Kia ora koutou. Ko te rarawa te ao Pauri me Ngāti Kahunga iwi. I am Dr. Macarena Dudley from the University of Auckland. I'm delighted to introduce the Māori assessment of neuropsychological abilities, which we will refer to as the mana. The mana is a suite of measures that have been developed to improve the assessment of mate wareware, dementia, for Māori. I would like to thank the many people, especially all those kaumātua, who were involved in the development of the mana. Ngā mihi nui kia koutou. The mana promotes the use of Te Reo. There is both an English version and a Māori language version. In the English version, phonetic pronunciations are provided for Māori words. In this video, we will discuss the structure of the mana and demonstrate how to administer the mana in Te Reo Māori with the use of an interpreter. We will also provide other information that will assist the administrator in obtaining optimal results when using the mana.
Kia ora, ko ronga whakata, ko aitanga mahaki ngā iwi. Ko Olive Menzies, Takawingoa. I'm Oliver Menzies. I'm a geriatrician and general physician working at Te Tokotumai, Auckland Hospital. I'm part of the team Macarena has led in developing the mana tool. I'd like to talk about the structure of the mana tool. The mana tool has 4 key components. There is a history-taking tool, which guides you through taking a comprehensive history when seeing someone for assessment of memory and thinking issues. There is a functional whānau or family tool, which assesses symptoms and signs from a whānau, friend or caregiver perspective. This component is scored, with higher scores on this component indicating more symptoms and signs suggestive of mate wareware or dementia. There is a cognitive tool, which is also scored, with lower scores on this component indicating impaired cognition suggestive of mate wareware dementia. Finally, there is a wairua and wellbeing tool. In our research with kaumātua or older Māori and their whānau, we found that some of the concepts that kaumātua found important in understanding and experiencing mate wareware were not inquired about in usual assessment. These include things such as wairua or spirit and changes in role or identity. The wairua and wellbeing tool was constructed from that research. All components of the mana may take up to an hour to administer. We suggest the interview uses the hui process format, published by Lacey, Huria, Beckett, Gillies and Pitama. This includes mihi, greeting, whakawhanaungatanga, establishing connection, kaupapa, the purpose, i.e. taking the history and assessments, then at the end, poropora aki, farewell. You can start with the history-taking tool, then before the examination part, use the wairua and wellbeing tool. After this, you could start the examination section, and while completing the cognitive tool with the kaumātua, give the functional whānau family tool to whānau to complete, which helps to save time. There is an instruction manual available online, and this contains further information about the tool, including interpreting the results.
Administration of the cognitive assessment will follow administration of the wairua and wellbeing tool. You will need the test form, pictures for naming, a pen or pencil, and a timer. Make sure the person is feeling comfortable and explain to them that they will be asked some questions and also asked to do some tasks. It is important not to help the person with any of the answers on the cognitive assessment or tell them if they are right or wrong. Administration and detailed scoring guidelines are provided in the mana instruction manual. When using the skills of a translator, it is crucial they are provided with clear instructions prior to the start of the assessment. Importantly, they must provide only a word-for-word translation. More detailed instructions for working with a translator are provided in the administration manual. The first section deals with orientation. Question 1 and 2 assesses if the person knows the week, month, season and year, as well as where they are. Each correct answer gets a point. Each incorrect answer gets 0. Use prompts provided if needed. You may need to write down and confirm answers at the end of the test.
Bob, he kōrero ana au, he pātai hoki ana au.
Ah, kia ora.
Yes. Ko tēnei te wiki o te pinihana?
Ai,
Yes. Ko wai tēnei marama?
o ke topa.
October. Ko wai tēnei wāhanga o te tau?
Ko te pringine,
It is spring. Ko wai tēnei tau?
Rua mano rua te tekau mā tolu.
2023. Kei hea tātou iaia nei.
Ki te tākuta.
We're at the doctor's.
Ka pai. And where is the doctor's?
Kei hea te tākuta?
Kei te marae o manuleo.
At Manurewa Marae. Ko wai tēnei taone?
Manuka.
Manukau.
Manukau. Kia ora.
Questions 3, 4 and 5 involve different aspects of language. Understanding words and repeating them, understanding words and sentences by completing an action, and picture naming. You will need the 5 pictures for this task. When asking the person to look at the ceiling, then the floor, make sure you look straight ahead and not at the ceiling and give the whole instruction all at once. They must respond in the correct order to get a score of 1. For the picture naming task, present each picture one at a time.
Bob, me āta whakarongai nai nei, he kōrero āna mau, ka kōreria ko tahi noi ho wā.
Kia ora.
Kāre i konei, kāre i kō rānei.
Kāre i konei, kāre i ko rānei.
Neither here nor there. He kōrero anō tāna, me āta whakarongo, ko tahi noi ho te wā ka kōrero ia.
Right.
Ka taia e te tui, te rere ki roto i te whare, i te wā ua, me te hau.
Ka tae te tui i te rere i roto i te whare e te wā te ua me te hau.
A tui can fly into a whare when it is wet and windy. He mahi tānei nai nei, anō me āta whakarongo, ko tahi noi ho te wā, ka kōrero ia.
Kia ora.
Tūngau tō mātinga.
Kia ora.
I mua i tō titiro ki te papa, me titiro ki te tuanui.
Right.
Kia ora.
He pikicha āna, me i e kōrero koe heaha kei roto i aua pikicha.
Right.
He aha tēnā.
He hoi ho tēnei.
That is a penguin. He aha tēnā.
He marae tēnei.
That is a marae. He aha tēnā.
He taonga tēnei.
That is a treasured item.
Kia ora.
He aha tēnā.
He puaka tēnei.
This is a pig. He aha ēnā.
He poi e tēnei.
These are poi.
Question 6 is a memory task. The person is given the context of going to the shop and asked to remember a list of 5 things to buy. Read the 5 items at 1 word per second. Record responses in the table beside trial 1, then reread the list, recording responses in trial 2. Only score the number of correct items given on the second trial. Let them know they will be asked about these items in about 5 minutes' time.
Bob, whakaaro I nai nei, ka haere koe ki te toa, he rārangi ingoa hei hoko mau, ka kōrero ia mō aua mea hei hoko.
Kia ora.
Hopi, tea, kāpeti, pātere, nūpepa.
Hopi, tea, kāpiti, pātere, newspaper.
Pānui anōtia tēnei rārangi a ta whakarongo. Hopi, tea, kāpeti, pātere, nūpepa.
Hopi, tea, kāpiti, pātere, newspaper.
Ko nai nei me tuhi koe I te kupu kai.
K-A-I.
I te hiahia ia kia whakahoki muria te kupu kai, ka tīmata koe I, A,
K.
I nai nei, ko te kupu hongi whakahoki muria.
I, G, N, O, H.
Kia ora.
He nama āna I nai nei, ka whakahoki murihia ngā nama. Hei tauira I te ki atu ia kia koe waru rua, he ato whakahoki.
Rua, waru.
2-8. Whakarongo I nai nei ki ngā nama nei, ka whakahoki atu koe kia engari me whakahoki muri.
Right.
Whitu, toru, tahi.
Tahi, toru, whitu.
1, 3, 7. Waru, rua, whitu, iwa.
Iwa, whitu. Iwa, whitu. Waru. Ko waru waru.
9, 7, 8.
Question 8 involves identifying how 2 things are similar, which involves abstraction, a type of executive function. It is important to explain the task carefully and to complete the practice item before continuing on to the 2 test items. Write down the responses and check the administration guide for correct answers.
I nai nei ko tana hiahia, kia ka hoatu e tahi mea āhua rite, ko tāu whakarongo ki era. Hei tauira I te kōrero ia kiwi, kea, ka tae koe te kia tu he manu rāua.
Right. Kia ora.
E nai nei, he prakitihi. Hea te pūha me te kūmara i orite, i rite rānei.
He kai.
Their food. Me he huara whenua hoki raua.
Ai.
Kōrero mai heaha i āhua rite ai te hāwara me te rakuraku māra.
Rita no i te kiri i te kāte. Ne? Te rukuruku riwai kūmare ahara.
They're both tools for digging and harvesting of kumara and or potato. I nai nei, hea te waiata me te kōrero ia i rite ai.
Oh, ai. He titano ki te communicator ne, rātau. He toto ngā waiata.
Roto i ngā waiata,
Ai.
they both express thought.
Question 9 involves naming as many animals as they can think of. This measures fluency of generating animal names and long-term memory and word retrieval. You will time the person for 1 minute and record their responses.
Nai nei, Bob, e hia ngā kararehe ka tae koe te ingoa i roto i te kotahi miniti.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Ko rite koe?
Ai.
Yes.
Go.
He kau, he hipi, he pōka, he nananane, he tui, he kereru, he kiwi, he kiore, he rāina, elefanti, pūkeko, rakiraki, rāpiti. Ai, te mahi hukarara. Marāpiti kuauau. Ruru.
Kia ora.
Now we will test for memory recall. Question 10 asks people to remember the list of things we were going to buy at the shop. If the person cannot recall any of the items on the list, you may prompt them with the first item, soap. Score only items that were not prompted.
Ai.
Nai, ka tae nei te whakahoki. Kōrero mai he hairunga i te wararangi.
Ai. He hopi. He tī. He kāpati. He pātere. Me te niupe.
The next task, question 11, the Luria test, involves performing a sequences of motor actions. The person is asked to imitate hand motions performed by the assessor. This task is sensitive to executive dysfunction as it requires a number of executive functions, including execution of a learned motor program, inhibitory control, attentional flexibility, and motor planning. It is important that you demonstrate the motor series correctly: fist, edge, palm. After performing this series 3 times using the left hand, ask the person to do the same with you, using the hand they use most. Perform the series 3 times with the person, then ask them to do it on their own. Allow them to complete 6 series on their own. It is important to record how many of the 3 copied series they complete correctly and how many series, up to 6, they complete on their own. Allocation of points is described on the test form or in the administration guide.
Āta titiroi nai nei ki tana mahi.
Okay, alright.
Aruhia ana mahi āringa ki tō ringa kaha. Ai nei, ko koe anake, ngā ka mutu koe te wai kōreruia. Ko rite koe?
Alright.
Ka pai.
Question 12 is the final task and involves copying pictures of shapes. You need to provide the client with a pencil or a pen to do this. Scoring details are provided in the manual.
Te mahi nai nei, āta tāhia tēnā pikitia kia rite ki au whakaaro.
Alright.
Kia ora.
Tāhia hoki tēnā pikitia kia rite ki au ki tāu e kite ana.
Kia ora.
Hei mutunga, tāhia tēnā pikitia kia rite tāu e kite ana.
Kia ora.
Kia ora. That's the end, Bob. Nā mihi.
Pāpai koina te mutunga, ngā mihi Bob.
Ngā mihi hukara kia kuru.
Nā mihi nā wa.
Kia ora Lynette.
Thank you.